I recently made a change to my AI workflow, which is very inconvenient, at least at the beginning, but I think it's very necessary. Now, when you use AI editors like Cursor, or in my case, I use Windsurf, you know that when you want to accept AI suggestions, you press the tab key. So for example, here, let's say I'm adding a comment, setting up I should get a suggestion, and I can press tab to accept that. And you can see here, I also have this tab to jump, which is the AI thinking, oh, you probably want to make changes to this line too. So when I press tab, it jumps to this line, and then it's probably going to suggest something, although in this case, it's not suggesting anything. Now, this looks very convenient. I press the tab and I accept what the AI or the model is suggesting. And if it is suggesting the right thing, then this is good. But sometimes what it's suggesting is not what I want to do. So for example, I want to use tab for what tab normally does. Maybe I want to resolve an indentation problem in my code. Let's say for this part here, I want to move it a bit further. You can actually see what's happening, right? I highlighted this to move it further, and when I press tab, instead of adding the space here, it is jumping to this part. This is actually the problem that I have. So now I have to press escape first so that it ignores or it skips that suggestion, and when I press tab, it's actually supposed to move forward. That was the intention, but apparently this is not the right way to do it. But anyway, sometimes I just want to add a space here, for example, and then instead of adding the space, it will jump to a different part in my code where it thinks, oh, you want to, for example, if I press tab, it jumps here, it thinks I want to make a change there. Or sometimes maybe it has a suggestion setting up, and then let's say on this next tab, I want to like add a tab space before I add the next comment. But then instead I have a suggestion that I have to accept. Obviously, the way to go about this would be to press escape first before you press the tab. But then sometimes it's almost like as if I'm fighting with my editor. I press escape, and before I press tab again, the whole tab to jump would come up, or the AI suggestion would come up. It becomes very distracting or even very inconvenient. So to change this, I went to my keyboard shortcuts and I changed these 3 shortcuts. Now I had to try out a couple of variations before I found out which shortcuts I needed, but I found that changing these 3, previously the key binding was just tab, but changing it from tab to Alt tab for accept inline suggestion, both of them with this when conditions, and this Windsurf prioritize super complete accept. Changing this to Alt tab, it got me what I needed. So now if I come here and let's say I'm writing setting up, and then I get some suggestions. Now if I want to accept this, I have to press Alt tab. If I press tab, I'm going to get my normal tab space. Say tab, tab, tab. It didn't accept this suggestion. But if the suggestion comes again, I do Alt tab. Now that accepts. So when the tab to jump comes here again, if I should press tab, again I get my normal tab space, and only when I do Alt tab, then it jumps to that next line. Now the reason why this is inconvenient is, well, previously I was just pressing one button tab, and now I'm doing Alt tab. But then I'm also very used to pressing tab to accept AI suggestions when I need them. So now I have AI suggestions sometimes, and I press tab, and then the regular tab thing happens. For that reason, it's inconvenient, but I believe with time, it's going to be more convenient. Now, obviously, I wouldn't need to do this if the AI was perfect and it knew exactly what I wanted to do. Or I'm also thinking there are other settings I can change on my editor so that tab doesn't come up when I don't need it. If you know some of those things I can do, please let me know in the comments. But for now, this is what I've decided to do for my AI suggestions, and I'll see how long I can live with this before I consider changing it back. But yeah, this is what I have for now.